The woman cut off her own hair and put it in a bag. She used hair dye to change the color of her hair and eyebrows, then she poured disinfectant all over the floor to erase any trace of herself. She picked up a hammer and hit herself. She did all this to disappear and to frame her husband for murdering her. She had started planning 6 months earlier. First, she used her husband's credit card to buy luxury goods and hide them. This made it seem like he was having financial troubles. To add more proof of his crime, she bought a high-value life insurance policy. She listed her husband as the sole beneficiary. Then, she became friends with the pregnant woman next door. She told the neighbor lies, saying her husband often beat her. One day she invited the neighbor over. When the neighbor went to the bathroom, the woman collected her urine. She used it to fake her own pregnancy, making herself look like a weak abused wife. On their wedding anniversary, after confirming her husband had left home, she staged a fake crime scene. To make her story credible, she stayed up all night writing 300 pages of a fake diary. She started the diary from the early days of their romance. In it she described how her husband turned into a drunk who abused her. She put the diary in the oven and burned it slightly, just enough to make it look like he had tried to destroy the evidence. She left behind one final clue for the police, then drove away alone with a new look. She rented a small apartment in a strange town, waiting for her husband to be arrested. Sure enough, the police followed the clues step by step. All the evidence pointed to the husband, but something unexpected happened. After his wife went missing, the man smiled in front of reporters. He even took photos with other women. His carefree attitude made headlines. To protect his image, he held a public prayer event for his missing wife. But at that moment, a pregnant neighbor showed up, holding her child and shouting at him. She accused him of beating his pregnant wife. The scene turned chaotic. The man had to hide in a police car to escape. When the police questioned him, he said he didn't know the neighbor, but the police showed him a photo of his wife and the neighbor together. They looked very close. Tests showed a large amount of the wife's blood in the kitchen. The husband said it was fake and planted by someone, but the police brought even more evidence. Everything pointed to him. Now his wife was missing, and he was charged with murder. In anger, the husband smashed his cup. Then he calmed down. He had to prove he was innocent. Meanwhile, in her rented apartment, the wife watched the news and celebrated, but she dropped her wallet by accident. She picked it up quickly, but a neighbor had already seen it. That night the neighbor broke in with others. They slammed the woman against the wall. Why did the woman want to frame her husband for murder?